Okay, we're officially starting our group chat tonight, and welcome everybody. Right now, we're going to start off with just do a few eBay listings. I've got like 11 phones to list today, so I'm just going to bang on a couple for you guys to just give you an example. We won't do a long time on the eBay listings. Just you can practice your appraisals while we do it and see me do an eBay listing. I'll go over some key pointers and answer some questions. And then a lot of people had asked about like really advanced negotiation strategies, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. So if anybody wants to role play, look at a text critique, anything like that, we'll go ahead and do that for you, all right? Let's start off with getting to my eBay sales here, all right? And we're going to go to my eBay lister has the listings already set up, so I'm just going to go to the drafts. And let's pick, which phone did you pick out? Did you give me one? I told Amy to just pick out a couple. Here, let's start off with this one. This is a good one. All right, so we got an iPhone 8 Plus here for AT&T. Let's see. This one, okay, now AT&T, they're starting to block for non-payment now, so we're buying those as a bad ESN if they're not paid off, okay? So let me open this up. And let's have you guys do an appraisal on this. Let's see how, if you can guess how much we paid for it and what I'm going to list it for on eBay, all right? So I'm going to open up another eBay screen. I'm going to copy my title here, and I'm going to go ahead and slap it right here. Everybody do an appraisal, all right? So I want you to type in the chat how much it's going to sell for on eBay and what do you think we paid for, or what would you pay for, okay? Oh, we already got an answer. I like to see that nice and fast. Excellent. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do an appraisal right now on it. I've already got my answer. Let's see what you guys say. I'm not going to share anymore really quick. I'm going to stop. Let's see. All right, we got one person answer the question so far, guys. Let's get some more participation if we can, right? Because the people who participate are the ones that are going to have success, right? So let's not be someone that's just kind of watching. Let's get involved. The more you participate, the more chance of the information sinking in and you're actually going to take action on it. And that's all about action, right? All right, Eric says 450, buy for 270. Lee Pratt says sell for 430, buy for 280. Pabwin says buy for 430 and buy for 275, sell for 430. All right, guys, we got 36 participants on here and only, I think, 5 answers so far. So who wants to make money flipping phones? Does anybody want to make some money flipping phones? Because if you do, then I highly suggest you participate with this and learn how to get these appraisals done a little faster, because if not, you're going to struggle, okay? So don't be afraid if you don't think you know the answer right. It's okay. That's how you learn. You're going to make mistakes. All right, so Kristen says buy for 280, sell for 450. So let's take a look at what we appraised this for. First off, the phone we bought, I don't know if you can see right here, we bought for 270. So those of you guys that said for 270, you were right on. Good job. All right, we paid 270 for it. And here's 444.95, 440. This is a very easy one to appraise because we got 3 right here, all within a 5-day period. You know, it's July 24th, and we got from July 18th, July 18th, July 23rd. This is a super easy appraisal. So you should have been able to do this appraisal in less than 15 seconds, all right? If you couldn't do this appraisal in less than 30 seconds, you really need to work on your appraisal skills hard, all right? Because this is probably one of the easiest appraisals we possibly could have done. So why is it so easy? Because there's right here is 3 used phones with an exact Mac, 8 Plus, 64 gigabytes, bad ESN, right? So it's super easy. And look at all the prices are very close. So I know it's going to sell for 440, all right? And we paid 270 on that. Christian says, why are you showing sold listings like that? Mine's showing a grid format. I don't know. I don't know where you're getting your stuff. I mean, this is how it's always looked on mine. I don't know why your show's in a grid format. I've never seen it like that. I don't know what you're using, but this is always how the listings have shown up for me. All right, so let's go to the listing now. All right, so here's the title. This is what it's going to look like for eBay. Notice we have the keyword smartphone. We have no exclamation points, nothing crazy. Okay, we have it in parts not working because it's a bad ESN. That's very important. All right, we just have a front of the phone and the back of the phone. You don't have to get fancy with this, okay? So ugly photos, it's okay. Doesn't matter. You don't need to get professional with it. This is the description you need right here. That's it. Just put what they're bidding on. Don't oversell it. We put the phone as in good condition. This thing is like mint. It's like sparkling, brand new. But I'm not going to say that. There's not a scratch on this phone, but yet we just say good condition. And does anybody know why we do it like that? Why do you think I don't say mint? or excellent, amazing, or anything like that? Anybody guess? Because we want to lower expectations. We don't want to overpromise, because what will happen is you get someone return the phone over a silly little scratch on it because you oversold it in the listing. You don't need to oversell it. This phone, I bet, is going to sell by tomorrow, and I'm going to get that full 40 price. I don't need to oversell it. I just need to give the facts. And the facts are it's in good condition. It's not tied to an Apple ID, so it means it's not iCloud locked. That's what this line right here means. And you got to make sure on bad ESN phones you put this in the listing. Phone is listed in parts repair category only because it has a bad ESN, which means it cannot be activated on the AT&T network. Now notice you don't see the words financed anywhere here. Do not ever use the word finance, because that will get your eBay account banned. Okay, just says bad ESN, and that's it. That's it. All right. Very simple, nice, clean, and easy. That's all you need to do. You don't like this stuff. We shouldn't even have this stuff anymore. It's just junk. So don't even pay attention to the extra stuff. So I'm going to list this now for $439.95. All right. We always do fixed price, which means buy it now. Don't waste your time with auctions or buy it now. Fixed price, good till canceled. I'm going to leave it like that. Don't check this best offer mark. Best offer is just going to get you a lot of low balls. It's going to be annoying. Don't bother with it. Quantity 1, that's it. And we already set our payment details and stuff. Make sure you always have immediate payment checked off, so that way you don't get any non-payers. Okay, make sure you always have immediate payment. Christian says it's mentioned there's a difference between bad ESN and blacklisted. It's the same thing. Bad ESN could be blacklisted. It could be financed. There's no need to put that in your listing. You don't have to put that. Okay, you're just overcomplicating if you're doing that stuff. Okay, so that's it. There it is. Let's not overthink it. Boom, done, listed. There we go. And now let's move on to the next one. All right, let me grab another phone. Just give me another one. So I'm going to go back to drafts now, and we got a couple Galaxy Note 3s. All right, so now we'll get a little more tough on you guys here. All right. Timothy said bad ESN could be lost or stolen. Yes, it can, but we're just going to say bad ESN. It just sums everything up, okay? Doesn't mean the phone is stolen. Just going to say bad ESN. Guys, for some reason, I'm getting a lot of questions now, so I'm not sure why we're kind of complicating this. Just say bad ESN. You're good. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's bad ESN, whoever's buying it gets it. They understand it. As long as you're getting a driver's license and ID, you're okay. It's fine. Grant says, what presets do you have under payment policy and shipping? So I always have, I have 30-day returns, because that's just the way you want to do business on eBay. It's good customer service, and immediate payment required. Shipping, I just do standard one-day shipping. That's what I do. I don't put the IMEI of the phone. No. Nope, we don't put the IMEI. Just as is. That's it. Guys, let me just do another listing and I'll show you. It's this simple, okay? That's all you got to do in your eBay listings. You don't need to write all this crazy information. Let's do another one, all right? Galaxy Note 3 for Verizon. Now this one doesn't have the stylus. Okay, it's missing the stylus. So we have 3 of these.
Wait,
no, or 2. Well, this one's missing the stylus. Yeah, this one's missing the stylus too. This one says light LCD burn though, so we might need another listing for that. Because it looks like is this a multiple quantity or just one? Yeah. Shit. So my eBay lister is sometimes incompetent, and he does foolish things like this. This is why I always have to look over the listings, because when you're doing an eBay listing, like this phone, whoever bought this, one of my employees says it has a light LCD burn. I can't list that in the same listing as this one that is in good condition and doesn't have an LCD burn. He got lazy, he didn't want to do another listing and tried to cram him in thinking I'm not going to notice that. And I'll have a talk with him about that. But be careful, they've got to be exact match if you're going to do a double quantity. So let's put that one back. So just one Galaxy Note 3 for this listing, okay? It's good condition, but it doesn't have the stylus. Everybody tell me what you would pay for this, okay, and what we're going to sell it on eBay for. Okay, remember, it doesn't have the stylus. That's the pen. This is for Verizon, okay? It's a Galaxy Note 3 for Verizon. It's got a clean ESN. I'm just going to get rid of that, get rid of the color here. Okay, so sometimes when I do my search, I'll eliminate keywords because it makes it easier to find. Okay, Christian says buy for 10, sell for 70. Okay, guys, let's get some more people involved rather than the usual people that are always commenting, guys. Let's try to get some new people in here commenting, because again, that's the more you participate, the better you're going to get. Even if you're terrible, it's okay. Nobody's going to laugh at you. This is how you get better. You get better by participating. Okay, that's good. Good. We're getting the answers coming in now. Good job, guys. I like it. I like it. All right, so we got one here for $79.95. I'm not even going to look at this one with the box. I don't like those ones with the box. Here's a fair condition. This is probably going to be similar because remember, we don't have the pen, right? So 63, that's probably more like it, I'm guessing. 70, 75. I think I'll get $64.95 without the stylus. So I would pay, you overpaid on this one. Oh, it drives me nuts when my employees overpay for phones. I would have paid $10 at the most. I probably would have bought this for $5, but I would have paid $10 at the most. We bought it for $30, so I'm not thrilled about that. We definitely overpaid on that. But it's probably going to sell for $65, and I would have paid $10, maybe $15 if it was a slow day. I'd go up to $15, but really only like $10 is what is the most I would have usually paid for that. All right, so we're going to change this back to 1. I'm going to do $64.95. Okay, make sure he said the stylus is not included. You don't see, this drives me nuts. Look at this. He didn't even put it. He didn't say there's no stylus. So if I didn't look this over, I would have gotten a return on it. This is why my return rate is higher than normal, because my guy doesn't pay attention. Okay, stylus is not included. So I'm gonna have to put that in the title, because see, someone might overlook this. So guys, if you're getting a lot of returns, you're gonna blame yourself, right? You can't blame the customers, you're gonna blame yourself. So see where it says stylus not included? I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna type, I don't care about the cleaning and send. I'm gonna type no stylus, because I don't want some fool buying this and thinking it's gonna come with everything, and then next thing you know, I get a message going, hey, there's no stylus, even though I put in the description there was no stylus. This is what happens if you're not very clear with people, okay? Has anybody ever experienced that? Christian says, wow, that was simple. My listens were a good form, because that's, yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Is this helping you guys? I know it's kind of basic stuff, but it like, does it help you to kind of see me do this, or I don't know. It says, yes, 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 this is new. Okay, good. All right. What is the stylus? The stylus is the little pen for the note. You know, it's that little digital pen that comes in there. It's stuck in the phone. You pull it out and you draw with it. That's the stylus. All right. Why not put it in this, just in the description? Okay, that's a good question, Yo, because people don't read the descriptions, right? Has anybody noticed customers are just lazy, right? They just don't do everything. They don't read everything. People don't care. They're too stimulated. So half of the people don't read the description. You could write in the description, this phone will explode when it arrives, and people will still buy the damn thing, right? You could say there's a bomb in this phone, and if you buy it, you'll die. People will still buy it because they don't read the description. Okay, so that's why you've got to make it very clear in your eBay listings what's going on. That's why I'm going to put no stylus, because I would rather sell the phone less to a guy who knows he's getting the phone without the stylus very clearly, rather than someone who doesn't and get some negative buyer, and then I got to pay for the return shipping, resell the phone. Galaxy Note 7, possible bomb. Yeah. Okay. So just be careful with that. All right, guys. You know, always be very clear so it reduces the expectations of people. You know, you're not overselling. So I'm going to do, and look, sometimes it sucks to do because I'm eating it on this one. We paid 30 for it, and I got to sell it for 65. That's the price of not paying attention, right? So my employee is going to feel the wrath on that one. That's, you know, but I'm not going to break the rules and try to get more or swindle the buyer, because that's just bad business. Is going to cost me more money, because I'll get returns, okay? So even when you make a foolish mistake, just eat it and move on. It's the fastest way to get out of it. Does that make sense? Christian said, what would you have bought it for? I would pay like 10 at the most for that phone, like $10, okay? Go ahead and list that. Do you guys want to see one more, or do you want to move on? Oh, okay, I forgot. Here we go. It looks like there's a problem with the phone. No, see, oh, you're not allowed to use. All right, so see why I'm getting the red here, guys? Because they think I'm selling cell phone accessories, and it's in the smartphone category. So sometimes if you have no battery or no stylus, so what I'll have to change this to is please read. Okay, so that way it lets her know, definitely read the description, there's a problem. Okay, because I can't put stylus because eBay won't let me put an accessory in the title because they think I'm trying to sell accessories, and they don't like that. So I changed that, okay? So I'm just going to put please read, and that will cover that. I'll cover that. All right, there we go. Yeah. Why is changed? There we go. Okay. Let's give me something different. How about this Apple Watch? Or you get anything else cool other than a phone? Yeah. What else we got? Do you guys want to see one more, or you want to move on? You guys tell me. Type it in the chat. Someone says yes. Do the watch. You want to do the this watch here? It's an Apple Watch. All right. Let's do the watch. We got it's an Apple Watch Series 3, 42 millimeter. Okay. Someone says yay. I guess they must have bought one of these. All right. Where is it? Here it is. This is it right here. This one's got a GPS built in. Okay. Yeah. Wow, they're getting fancy with these things. Look at that. All right, so we have an Apple Watch Series 3. This doesn't have the charger?
No.
All right, no charger. I have a feeling you overpaid for this, but let's see. All right, guys, tell me what it's going to sell for on eBay and what you would have paid for it. So let's do the appraisal first before we get into the listing. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you didn't overpay. Okay. All right, take it. All right, Pablo says buy for 130, sell for 275. Jamal says it's going to sell for 260. And now remember, it doesn't have a charger. Okay, guys, it doesn't have a charger. So remember that when you're doing your appraisal, keep your price, keep that in mind. Don't give me a price based on with the charger. Remember, it doesn't have the charger. Now, for a phone, I don't care about the charger. But this is an Apple Watch. It's different, okay? Is the charger something that the buyer is going to want for an Apple Watch? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Yes, because you can't just go to like only $1 or like the $5 store and get a charger for this thing. Okay, you have to like special order it. They're not easy to find. So it's more in demand for the charger. So the charger will have an effect on its value. That's important. Chargers have no effect because everybody's got chargers at home, iPhones or Android stuff. Nobody cares about those. But these, they do. Same thing with the MacBook. All right, so let's see what I would pay. I see 270 here. I think I'm going along the lines of about 259, which kind of hurts because we paid more than I would have liked. I'm going to try to sell it for 279. I think it's honestly going to sell for 259, 269 though. But I'm going to list it at 279. Now we paid 180. All right. I think probably a better price would have been 150 for this. I mean, we're going to make money on it still. We're going to make like 60, 70 bucks. So, I'm not going to complain. But I think I would have paid 150. I think we could have got it for that, for 150 pretty easily, Because it was going to sell for 259. I mean, even at least 160, 170 if we had to go up. But I don't think we needed to pay 180. I think that was a little high with no charger. I think what my employee made the mistake of probably appraising it as with the charger and didn't take the money off. And they probably made that mistake. So there you go. You see. As a picture, same thing as like the phones. Look at how simple that is. Watch a good condition, works fine, does not come with a charger. Boom. Nice and simple, fixed priced. And again, I'm going to go for, because the worst thing happens, I'm just going to reduce the price, but I'm probably not going to expect to get that. I'll probably end up dropping it down to 269. Maybe it'll sell. It'll probably definitely sell at least 259, I think. There we go. All right. Does anybody have any questions at this point now of what we just went over? I don't want to do eBay listings the whole night for you guys. Neil says those listings are super fast. Yes. I mean, if I even had to do the whole listing myself, I could blow out an eBay listing in less than 2 minutes a piece. It's just so easy to blow them out. And all you do is just copy and paste them, right? So when you're doing your listings, just go like this, right? Just click on one. Let's just pick like this one here. And then copy the description like that. Right? Oops, so this Zoom thing's in the way. Copy the description like this. Open up a new listing. Go sell my item. And then you copy that description and just edit it. So you can blow out listings super, super fast that way. All right? So let's get into, someone asked if there's, just ask if there's interest in buying it. Oh, okay. Someone asked for appraising a Dell Latitude. I think I don't want to bore everybody with the appraisals. You guys want to appraise a computer, or do you want to move on to negotiation? I'll let everybody vote on that. Yes, as far as yes, you want to do the appraisal on the computer? One computer. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's do the computer. So where is it? It's a Dell Latitude. E7 470. Now, I don't think this is enough information personally, okay? So when you're doing an appraisal, guys, make sure you have all the specs. But let's take a look and see. See, this one has 16 gigabytes of RAM. This one has 8 gigs. So that makes a difference, right? Look at the difference in price. So see, in order to know what you're going to appraise, you need to know what it is. All right? So do you know what that is, Christian? That Dell? Is it a 16 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte? So these things are important when you guys are appraising laptops. You need to know the specs. Because if it's a bigger hard drive, if it's a bigger RAM. So see, if you don't know how many gigs it is, then you might inaccurately appraise. So we're going to just go by the lowest gigs then, because we don't know. So I see 16 gig. I'm going to go by the 8 gig. 510. That one's new. Be careful with these words. See this new? I'm not going to use that because it's new. And this says parts only, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to assume everything's good condition. Here we go. 8 gigabyte of RAM, $499. We're going to use that one. So, I mean, you can pretty much see it's clearly $500 about $499.95. We should be good. Here's one. This one's $456, but that was auction style. I think you're good at like $479, $480. That will probably sell for. Christian said he accepted my offer of $250. Bam, there you go. That's why you guys should be buying laptops. There's good profit in those, isn't it? Right? Because that's some pretty nice money on that. If you offered him $250 and he sold for $480, and it sells for $480, you're going to make a nice $230. Chris says, no, Dave, I lowballed him. Why, Dave? I don't understand what you're saying, Chris. Chris says yes to me at $200. Oh. Okay, well, there you go. That's even better. Okay, so buy it at $200. But I mean, I'm kind of confused what you guys are talking about. Anyways, I don't want to get off topic of what this is about here. So, any questions on on appraising the computer? Everybody's clear. Okay, good. All right, let's get into some negotiating now. Okay. So, Christian, what was your question? Didn't you just ask a question, or is this a new Christian? I get too many Christians, I think, on here, so I'm not sure who's asking a question. I thought, oh, Christian, what was your question? I'll just move on for now. If you have it. Oh, do you offer less on a laptop to accommodate shipping? Yes, absolutely. Shipping is going to cost you about $20 to $30, possibly more, depending on the size and the weight. So definitely you want to include that. We always got to pay lower on laptops. So the buying ratio is different than on phones. As phones, they're only going to be $2 to ship. And there's a lot more risk with the laptops because you don't know what other possibilities could happen with them. There could be broken keys you don't know about, some software issues, all right? So we want to have a nice padding in case there is a problem. We'll be able to take it back easily, okay? So always have higher margins on the laptops. Don't go to the same margins you would at phones, all right? Okay, so the first step to negotiating is getting your appraisals down. So I hope that helped everybody with the appraisals. Because remember, the more confident you are in your appraisals, guys, the better offers you're going to make to people, and the more confident you'll be in your offers, all right? So getting your appraisals down is the first step in negotiation. Most people that are doing bad in their negotiations usually are just making terrible offers. They're just not making offers that are appealing to people, and that's 80% of the problem with people negotiating. So first off, if you're not closing a lot of people, make sure your prices are on point, because I've checked probably about 70% of the members who tell me, oh yeah, Dave, my appraisal is accurate. When I test them, they're like way off by $50. So find someone that is really good in this group that you can practice appraisals with. I saw some of you guys in the group doing that. So that's fantastic that you guys are kind of working together to practice. That's great. Well, I wanted to start off because Timothy, Richard said, yes, I'll be practicing appraisals daily from tomorrow. All right, bam, fantastic. Okay, so the key to negotiating, 1 is the appraisals. 2 is just knowing your stuff, knowing about the phones, making sure you can guide someone through the settings, how to reset the phone, how to restore the phone. So if you don't know that stuff, make sure you take a couple phones, an iPhone and an Android, and just play around with them so you get familiar with them. This is going to help you with this stuff, okay? You don't have to be a master of the phone, but it helps to be able to walk someone through the phone and say, hey, can you erase this phone before I meet up with you? And then tell them how to do it. That helps with your negotiation process. The more competent that they see you, the more chance of you're going to close. Nobody wants to work with an incompetent businessman. So you want to know your appraisals, and you want to know, about the phones in order to do the deal, all right? And then you want to know a little bit about how to close the customer. So it was 2 weeks ago or a week ago, we did a role play, and someone had asked me, what if they say, oh, Dave, I can just sell it myself? And I, everybody said, oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, you could definitely sell it. You know, but is there any reason you haven't sold it yet? Oh, well, I just kind of want to get quick cash. Oh, okay. And that was the way I overcame it. Now, Timothy said he was struggling with that objection. So, Timothy, are you there still?
Yeah, I sure am.
Okay, so let me hear you say that, okay? Let's do a quick role play here, all right? And let's break it down and see how we can help you close. So,
Sure.
so first off, Timothy, if you're not getting as many phones, we had a quick conversation before this group chat. You want to make sure you're getting a lot of leads in, right? So if you guys aren't putting out a lot of ads, let's say you've got like something lousy, like 5 Craigslist ads out. If you've only got 5 Craigslist ads, you shouldn't be worrying about negotiating. You should be worrying about placing ads, because I would rather suck at negotiating but be really good at ads, because you'll close more deals that way than if you're great at negotiating but you got no phone calls coming in. Josh says, I created 5 ads while on the chat. Awesome. Good job, Josh. That's why you're on track to do 20,000 this month, right? So that's fantastic. So, guys, you know, first priorities. Make sure you're placing your ads. So if you're not placing your ads on Craigslist, that's number 1 for you right now, all right? Let's just get our priorities straight. That's important, because everybody wants the negotiating. But then when I find out also, well, how many ads you have, they're like, well, I posted in one Facebook group yesterday, Dave, and I got 2 ads on Craigslist. You're going to be the best negotiator in the world. You ain't buying any phones with that kind of numbers. You're just not. You're not going to get anything if you have that little amount of ads. All right. So, Timothy, let's go ahead and role play now that we kind of established that.
Sure. So I'm the customer, right? Or
Yep.
Okay. Ring, ring.
No. I'm the customer. I want to
Oh,
hear how
okay.
you do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
see.
I showed you how to do it, so I'm going to test you. All right. So,
All right.
let's pretend I got a phone. You're going to offer me 200. Let's say you appraised it's worth 200. We'll skip all the jargon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at that point now. Say, okay, I can offer you $100 for it.
Okay, awesome. I can do like $100 on it.
Oh, $100? Oh, no, thanks. I could probably just sell it my own and get more.
Well, I mean, I buy and sell, so I would need to be able to make a little profit. How much were you looking to get for it?
Okay. Right there. Boom. I see a problem. Guys, what's the first thing that you want to do when someone gives you an objection? Does anybody know the number 1 rule in sales when somebody says no to you or gives me an objection? What's the number 1 thing you do? Uri says agree with them. Grant says agree with them. Jamal says agree with them. Okay. If you said agree with them, you are correct. Okay. So the first thing you should say is not, well, because what that does is it instantly creates an argumentative state, right? Now the customer is like, oh, here comes the sales pitch. Bring it on, right? But if you just say, hey, you know, I totally understand. You definitely can sell it on your own, of course. See, how does that make that customer feel when I say it like that?
Better.
They feel comfortable, right? They don't feel like, if I say Timothy and you say, I want to sell it myself, and I go, oh, well, I have to make a profit. How does that make a customer feel?
No, not really that comfortable.
No, they kind of feel a little used. They kind of feel like you're being arrogant a little bit. They kind of feel like, that you're just trying to make money off of them. See, people love to buy. They want to do business with us. It's exciting to do business, but they want to do business with a good businessman. They want to make people feel better. Yeah. See, here's the thing. No matter who you meet throughout the day, you're not going to remember what they say to you. You're not going to remember the words they spoke. You know what you're going to remember? How that person made you feel at the end of the day, right? I know when I did something wrong because I could tell someone's irritated later on when I talk to them because they don't remember what I said to them, but just what the only thing they remember is that I made them mad. So now I'm very careful to watch what I say when I'm with customers because just one slip and you lose the deal. It's not exactly the words you say, it's how you handle them in the tone. Does this make sense, Timothy?
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay. So let's try that again. You offer me the price, and let's try this in a different way.
Yeah, I can give you $100 for it.
Oh, geez, $100? Yeah, no thanks. I'm just gonna probably sell it myself.
No worries. I definitely understand that you want the most for it. How much were you looking to get?
You know, I'm probably looking to get at least 170 or something, you know. I mean, I know I can get 220 all day long on Craigslist.
Let me tell you what, if you can meet me in the middle at 135, you got a deal.
Okay, what did Timothy forget to do the second time around? Agree. Every time. Okay, so Timothy, here's how it goes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sell my phone myself. I don't need your stupid money. Oh sure, of course. You know, I think you're an asshole for lowballing me. Hey man, I totally understand. You know something? People like you make me sick. Look, I totally understand. I don't care what they say to you. I'm gonna agree with them. Okay? I tell you what, I've had guys swear at me, and I'm like, look, man, I totally understand. I would be upset too. But just let me ask you this: have you tried selling it yourself? And I tell you, it just totally turns people around when you just agree with them, because this is what most people do. You know, people like you make me sick, lowballing. Oh, well, you know, I'm just trying to run a business here. And then they argue with the person. And guess what? Now it just raises the emotion even higher, and then you're fighting with that person even more. Okay, is anybody guilty of this? Has anybody argued with a customer, escalated, or not agreed with them, right? Has anybody tried agreeing with someone who called you an asshole? Pardon my language, but I'm just sorry. In this business, you're going to hear it. So if it's not from me, you're going to hear it from someone else that's calling you, okay? Have you ever had that and said, hey, man, I totally understand? And you hit them with a smile. They're like, what the hell? Right? They're like, this guy's still smiling. He's still friendly. That's the mark of a true professional, guys, right? And professionals make a lot of money. Amateurs are broke. Pros make the money. So pro just smiles and takes it and says, hey, I totally understand. We see the best salespeople can remove the emotion out of the equation. I don't look, when I'm in a negotiation battle, I don't look at it as an emotional situation. I look at it as a strategy, right? Kind of like a boxer would, right? If someone throws a punch at you, that guy's like, oh, you're a jerk, you're lowballing me, throws a punch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move, right? And then I'm gonna come back with a counter punch. Boom, I'm gonna move and then counter. So I totally agree, counter, move, and then come back with a punch. Boom, how much are you looking to get for it? Okay, that's what I'm kind of looking at in a negotiation, all right? So I'm gonna dodge and then counter like that. I totally agree. All right, I'm seeing all kinds of quotes popping up now. Richard says, I used to work in the airport. So many face daily complaints. Absolutely. All right. Uri says, I got a black eye yesterday. You got punched out. All right. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. That's what Mike Tyson's famous line is, right? Everybody's got a plan. Oh, I'm going to close this person until they throw that objection at you. You're like, shit. So whenever you don't know how to, if you don't know how to handle objection, just, hey, I totally understand. Hey, the guy down the street said he would give me $50 more. Oh, I totally understand. Okay, whatever it is. And I mean, you can say it with anything. I've said it to the weirdest things. I totally understand. Does anybody find this helpful? Who's gonna use this technique tonight or tomorrow and go close some phones? Moses says, "Can I try it?" Yeah, absolutely. You want to come on and role play for a second? Let's do it. Just go ahead and unmute yourself, Moses, and you can do it.
Good evening. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all righty. Fantastic.
Good, I like this. You're pretty new to this, right, Moses?
Yes, I am. First
awesome.
time.
You know, I really love to see a new person volunteer like that. You didn't even hesitate. You were like, I'm ready to do it. You must be fired up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I am.
Good for you, man. All right, so let's do it. You ready? I'm gonna give you the objection. Okay. So you go ahead and say you're gonna offer me $100 for the phone.
Can you start from the beginning with the ring?
Yeah, you want to do that? Okay, let's skip the appraisal though, just to save some time. We'll just pretend whatever phone I say it's worth 200. Okay.
Yes.
You're gonna offer me 100. Okay, so here we go. Ring.
Yes. Good evening. This is Moses Sell to Sell. How can I help you?
Oh, hi. I was calling because I saw you had an ad on a Facebook group, and you said to call, and you buy phones?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, good. Okay. I have an iPhone I'd like to sell.
Fantastic. What kind of iPhone do you have?
It's an iPhone 7, and it's Verizon.
Oh, fantastic. You said it's the iPhone 7 Verizon?
Yes.
Okay, great. The price I'll sell to you for is $200.
No, you want to offer me 100.
That's
what the phone is going to sell for. So you don't want to pay him what the phone is worth. You're going to go broke that way. So offer me $100.
Yes, I will. I can offer you for $100.
Oh, $100. $100.
Yes, $100.
Man, I see them going on Craigslist for like $200 all day.
I totally agree with you. How much are you asking? What's the asking price? Are you asking? What are you offering, or what do you want to?
Okay, let's stop really quick. So
Sure.
you did great, Moses. Give him a hand for first off. Let's stop for a second here. I want to analyze the good and the bad. So, did everybody notice his demeanor? How friendly Moses is. You know, first off, when you're like that and you're friendly and you're smiling, look at that smile. He's excited. He's happy. It's very hard to be a jerk to him, isn't it? It's hard to be mean. Would you agree? Like, imagine getting pissed off and swearing at him. You'd feel like a jerk, wouldn't you? Okay? So the friendlier you are, first off, the more you're going to reduce that. But if you're going to answer the phone all stone-faced and cold, hello, thank you for calling, buy, sell, fix. Yes, I can do 100 on that. It's easy to be mean to someone who's not friendly, who's monotone, who's boring, not professional, or not excited. But when someone's friendly like that, it's hard to hang up on someone like that. So it makes a big difference. Okay, but where Moses did make one fatal mistake, okay? You'd never say, I agree with you. You say, I totally understand. There's a big difference between I agree and understand. See, I agree means, oh, you're right, I was scamming you. I'm paying you only $100, and yeah, they're all selling for 200. But totally understand doesn't mean anything other than, I get it, man. You're frustrated. I understand you, right?
It's like you patting him on the shoulder. So it's like a sympathy okay.
Exactly. But see, agree means, oh yeah, you are right. I'm trying to, make as much money as I can off you. I totally agree. You don't want to say that. Big difference, okay?
Sure.
Guys, all the money is made in business in the details, guys, right? So many people skip these little tiny details that make all the world of difference. So I totally understand. Okay, so anyways, so that was great. And now when you say I totally understand, then you want to follow it with a rebuttal. So remember, you're dodging, and don't forget to counter though, because you can't dodge all day, right? Or you eventually just going to get tired, and then someone's going to land one on you, and boom, you get knocked out. So you're dodging and then counter. So what would your counter be? I totally understand. Now you're going to hit me with the counter. What's the counter?
The counter is, all right, I totally understand. What price are you looking to? What price are you asking for your phone?
Good. Okay, I would say it a little smoother, not what price you're asking for the phone, but I would say like, how much were you looking to get for it, or how much were you thinking? Something like that. Yeah. But that was good. That was your counter. Okay. And now let's say, oh, I was thinking like 200 at least, because that's what I see them going for. I mean, maybe lowest 170.
Okay.
No. First words. What are you going to say?
I totally understand.
There you go. I totally understand.
I totally understand. But wouldn't it be easier if I do all the work for you, I come to you in person, but you don't have to go through the hassle of all the work doing it yourself?
Okay, so let's relate that to the boxing analogy, right? Seems like everybody likes that, okay? So we countered, I totally understand. Boom, dodge. Now at our counter, that's not really a counter. When you're just trying to sell them, right? All you're doing is putting your hands up going, don't kill me, right? That's not usually an effective technique. I don't see most boxers winning when they do that stuff, right? So you have to really go for the close and boom, slug them. And to slug them, you got to close them. And to close them, you got to ask them a question and get them thinking. So we want to hit them hard, right in the nose, boom. And we're going to say something like, so, any reason you haven't sold it yet?
I missed that part, yes.
Because that hits them, booms, right between the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I haven't sold it yet. Right? It gets them thinking, because now they remember why they called you in the first place. People have very, very short attention spans, so we have to get them thinking the whole reason why they call us. And what do they call us for? They want
the cash.
They want the cash, right? They want the money. So
yes.
So we say, hey, I totally understand. You probably could get that if you want, but any reason you haven't done that yet, Moses? Any reason you haven't sold it?
No, there's no reason.
So now I'm going to just make you think a little bit. This is kind of like, if you were a boxer, you just intimidate them, give them the stare, So, they're like, oh, shit. They don't know what you're thinking.
I actually wrote it down, and I should have had my notes with me when I was watching the video when you sent me the course.
Good. Yeah. So then I say, oh, well, you can sell it if you want. Have you ever sold anything on Craigslist? I'll get them thinking again. No, I never sold anything on Craigslist. Oh, okay. Well, if you'd like, I'm happy to give you the 100, come to you right now and give you cash. So then I'm going for the close again now, right? It's like, well, okay, so you say you're going to sell on your own, but you've never done that before. Okay. Well, how about, I can do it for you if you want. If not, that's cool. See, again, it's kind of nonchalant. I'm not trying hard. I can make it easy for you. And smiling. See this on my face? It's important to smile, right? Does anybody have a question on this, guys? Is this too advanced, or is this, you guys, does this make sense? Josh says gold. Okay, good. It says really helpful. Okay. Chris says freaking golden. So remember, we always want to counter, right? We dodge with the, I totally understand it, and then we counter. We got to go for a close. We got to get them thinking. We're going to ask a question, right? What you don't want to do is start selling. Timothy says, so you basically hit them with the I understand. Yeah. Timothy, you want to try it again and see if you got a little better this time?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I really like Moses's tone. So let's see if you can kind of like maybe just take that up a notch, be really friendly, smiling, and kind of be enthusiastic. Because last month you were really excited and enthusiastic. Like you were generally, like really excited about phone flipping, and you did $6,000. And this month, your attitude is not the same. I could see it in you when we were just doing that first call. You're beat down. You're saying nobody's doing it, and I could tell in your voice you're not confident, right? And your customers can read that. They can smell it on you. Your attitude, guys, is like a bad smell. And when you don't have the right attitude, you stink. And customers smell you, and they want to stay away from you. No offense, sorry, Timothy, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Attitude is so important in this business, guys. You can do everything right, but if your attitude is not that of I'm buying this phone, then you're probably not going to buy it. When I take a call, if anybody's ever come to one of my boot camps, I get on that phone and I tell people I'm buying this phone before I even answer and know who's calling. I'm like, and if I don't close it, I will like stay on that phone for 15 minutes and do or die till I get that deal, because that's just my attitude. I'm getting that person. All right. And if you have that attitude and you're not just trying to rush through the calls, you're going to see your closing average go up. My closing average is 9 out of 10 calls. I close 9 out of 10 people. Go ahead, Timothy. Let's go ahead and get started with this.
Hi. Thank you for calling. Oh, one sec. Hi, Tim speaking. How can I help you today?
That was good. Good job. Hi. I saw your ad on Craigslist, and I have a phone I'd like to sell.
Yeah. What phone are you trying to sell?
I have an iPhone 7 for Verizon.
Awesome. Is there any issues with it at all?
Nope. It's in good condition. Everything works fine.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just look at my prices real quick.
Sure.
You said it's an iPhone 7 for iPhone 7, right? And it's in good condition?
Yep.
Okay, just 1 second here. I can do like $190 for it.
Wait a minute. Let's just do the 100 to 200 thing. Skip the appraisal with the real value, just so we can kind of get to the point of the negotiation.
I mean, I can do $200 for it.
No, it's worth 200. You give me 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you $100 for it.
Ooh, $100? No, thank you. No, I could probably just sell it on my own. I saw them going on Craigslist for that much.
Well, I totally understand you. How much were you looking to get for it?
I was hoping to get as close to 200 as possible.
200? 200's a good price. Have you tried selling it for 200 yourself yet?
No, I haven't. That's why I called you.
Oh, okay, great. Is there any reasons why you haven't tried to sell it yourself yet?
No. That's why I called you, because I don't know. I never sold anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand. However, the most I can realistically do right now is 125, and I can come to you with cash.
Okay, so let's analyze. That was much better. Let's give Timothy a hand, because you guys see a big improvement. By the way, I think it was night and day over what the original way this started off. Okay, at the end, quick critique. Okay, great improvement. By the way, good job, excellent. Okay,
Thanks.
At the end though, when you were asking me, you're shaking your head like this. What does this mean, guys? When you're doing this? You never ever, when you're closing someone, use negative body language, because your body language speaks louder than your actual words do. Okay, so it's important when you're relaxed and you're on the phone and you're smiling, you say, "Oh, I totally understand. You know, I can come to you and give you cash," right? And you just smile. But when it's a psychological thing. You were going like this. Well, you know, it's up to you. If you want, I could give you I can give you $100 and come to you cash. It comes off in your tone. It's just a tiny little bit of a difference in the wavelength in the sound, and people can pick up these tiny little microtones that mean the difference between I'm confident and I'm ready to do business for you versus I'm not confident, I don't believe in myself. It's a tiny little microtone. And just like when you're dealing with someone face to face, this just a little shift in your eye, a shift from here to here. It's like not even a half a millimeter. Someone can read that and see the difference in what you're thinking. Those are called micro expressions. So your mindset when you guys are negotiating with people is so crucial, to have the mindset that you're closing these people, that you're confident, because everything will show. If you think in your head you're thinking something and they can't see it, you're delusional. The customers see everything about you. When you're on, they can tell when you're on, when you're off, when you're confident. So you got to have that deal. I'm closing this one when you're on that phone with them. All right. Does that make sense, Timothy?
Makes sense. And usually when I ask them those like power questions, well, when I like ask them, like usually, is there any reason why you tried calling me? Like they usually respond to like, I was just wondering how much you could like pay. Like,
so I think it's your tone when you're speaking, Timothy, right? Because I definitely get that. I know you're saying all the right words, but remember the tone and how you say it is more important than the what?
Than the words.
Everybody say it, guys. The tone is more important than the words.
The tone is more important than the words.
Tone, everybody type it in the chat. Tone is more important than the words. Type it in. Okay, this is probably one of the most important things I've ever learned in sales. Tone is more important than the words. Okay, so Timothy, if I say to you right now, hey, Timothy. Well, unmute yourself.
Hi.
Okay. Hey, Timothy. Hey, man, you know something? I really hate you, man. Oh, man, I really hate you.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, right? You're like, wait a minute, that's weird, right? You're like, oh, well, that's cool, man. You must be joking around because my tone is right. But watch this. Timothy, I like you. I like you.
Okay, cool.
I like you. I do. I like you.
Yeah.
You see the difference? Okay.
Yeah.
You can tell what I'm thinking just from the way I say it. So customers, you can't, it's impossible to hide. So I want you to try to use the tone when you say, you know, I totally understand. Be very light, friendly, relaxed when you do it.
You know, I totally understand that you want the most for your phone.
Right there. Wait, stop.
Not selling it for that much yet.
Did anybody see a difference there when Timothy did that? When he was like, I totally understand. You see what a difference in the expression, how his face lit up. I mean, I want you to just watch this part of the video, watch this replay, Timothy, and watch how you did that over and over again. It was great. Okay, I think that's going to make a huge difference. Yeah. If you can keep that smile and that nice relaxed tone every time you do an objection, and you can say, you know, I totally understand. Oh man, you're going to see a whole lot more of the deals close. Make sense?
For sure. Cause like I'm usually like a texter like Aaron, but I think I might switch it up now.
I know a lot of you guys like texting, right? And I know you're doing a lot of texting, guys, because you're probably uncomfortable with the calls. You get nervous. But guys, the people who are willing to do the calls are going to make the most money in this business. I'm just being honest with you, okay? Because the problem is we got to meet them face to face eventually, right? And if we're weird, like over the phone, and we don't work on our skills, we're going to be weird when we meet them anyways, right? Because we got to meet these people. And if we want to do more business, we've got to be friendly so we can upsell them. We could build a relationship with them, then we get more business. All right. We talked about the upselling last week a lot, so I won't go over that a lot. But it's very important to be able to say things like, hey, you know, I'm buying phones all the time. And, you know, if you ever have anything else, feel free to give me a call. I'd love to buy stuff. We buy laptops, MacBooks, cameras, iPods. Do you have anything else that you'd like to sell? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because when you can do it, you can ask them confidently like that. You can literally double your sales just by doing that every single phone call. By the way, Timothy, have you been doing that? Have you been upselling everybody? Give me a yes, guys, in the chat if you guys are upselling people. Let me see how many people are doing that on every single deal. Every phone you buy, you're doing an upsell. It says yes, 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 yes. Excellent. Good job. Not yet. Yes, no. Most, not at all. Not yet. I do it all the time. Yes. Okay, good. Someone says, how long should our negotiation call take? I don't want to bore them. So it never should be boring. If you're boring people, you just might be talking too much. But see, my customers don't want to get off the phone with me half the time. You know, they're like, they just want to sit and chat with me because I'm like, I'm lighting their day up. See, in the world of darkness, you want to be the light. Everybody their spouses arguing, their families yelling at them. And these people, they're not coming from the best places, guys. They're coming to sell us something. You know, they got to get diapers for their kid. They need food. Their landlord's trying to evict them, right? And their whole world shits on them. Sorry for my language, but that's just how it is, right? The whole world's shitting on you. That's why they're desperate. They're selling you a phone. So when we lighten their day up and we get in there, we're, hey, how you doing? We're friendly and we treat them good and we become their, you know, like we build a relationship person. They're like, they don't want to leave you. You're like the only good in their life. Okay. I mean, I've literally had people cry while I was done with the deal with them because I made them feel so good and they didn't want to go back to what they were dealing with. You know, like if you truly care about people when you're doing these deals and you're friendly, you're going to get rewarded for it. It's going to come back to you. And that's why I still get people. I mean, when the people who have been to the boot camp here is, you know, you see people coming in from 5 years ago into my store still asking for me, and I haven't worked in my store in 2 years, you know, but they still ask for Dave because they, you know, they remember that stuff. Okay. Any other questions on negotiating? This is really good stuff. I hope this is helpful for you guys, trying to give you guys the best value I can. Is there anything that you guys want to know on negotiating? An objection, a problem? Do you want to go over texting? What is some stuff that you guys, we got like maybe 5-10 minutes left. Cho says always value, Dave. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys get the value out of it. Richard says, do you do much with your offer price? Or do I move much with my offer price? You know, I try to stick to my price as much as I can. So here's a ninja tip for you, okay? I try to bundle. So when someone is offering, let's say, you know, this is great for cheap phones. Anybody ever get one of those phones where you can only pay $5 for and you're going to lose the deal because they don't want to drive to you for $5? Okay, bundle it. This is how you get a lot of deals. I upsold a guy, he made $700 profit from a phone he originally tried to sell me, and I only tried to buy for $5 because I used this technique, okay? So here's how you do it. The customer says, oh, I've got a Galaxy J7 for Metro PCS or something like that. You know, and you're like, okay, cool, I can give you $5 on that. And they're like, $5? Oh, man, I'd rather just throw it in the trash for $5. I don't feel like coming out there. All right, well, I totally understand. Remember that? I totally understand. You know, I like to buy all kinds of electronics. I buy laptops, MacBooks, tablets, cameras. You got any other electronics? I'd love to put some money in your pocket. Who uses that line? I'd love to put some money in your pocket. Remember that line. I'd love to put some money in your pocket. Who doesn't want to hear that? Who doesn't want to hear, I'd love to put some money in your pocket? So what else do you have? So I'd love to put some money in your pocket. What else do you have? Do you have any laptops, MacBooks, any electronics? Oh, well, actually, I got a MacBook. No kidding. Okay, cool. I buy those. I tell you what, why don't you come meet me with the phone? I know it's only $5. I know you probably don't feel like coming down here, but I'll tell you what, if you come down, there's a really good chance I'll buy the MacBook, and hell, I'll buy anything else that you got. I'll buy the tablet. I'll buy your iPod. Bring the whole junk drawer along. Some stuff I might not buy, but who cares? I'll buy whatever you got. Let's put some cash in your pocket. Come down and let's meet. Okay, that sounds good. I tell you what, I mean, I'll make $500 profit a deal just using that technique. I mean, it's just like, it's just pulling money out of the air, guys, when you do that stuff. Okay? Has anybody ever done that stuff? Chris says, David, you sure you don't negotiate for the president? Actually, my good friend is going to be running for president in the future. I'm probably going to be negotiating for him. He's actually one of the head negotiators. He gets paid $1,000 a day to teach the military negotiation right now, actually. My best friend. Says not to that effect. So let's review. I can do $5 on that. Oh, $5, I'd rather throw that in the trash. Okay, I totally understand. Remember, you're dodging. I totally understand. Counter now. Hey, you know something? I'd love to put some money in your pocket. I buy all kinds of stuff. I buy MacBooks, laptops, cameras. Do you have anything else you'd like to sell? Maybe we can do a bundle. Oh, well, I do have an old digital camera I'd like to sell. How much can you give me for that? Oh, that's fantastic. How much? What's the model number on that? Let me look it up, see what I can do for you. Or better yet, why don't we meet up? Do you have anything else? You have cameras, game consoles, everything. I buy anything electronic that I can ship it. You know, I do have some stuff. Let's meet up and you bring it all down and I'll just buy anything that you got there and, you know, let's put some money in your pocket. I'm only 10 minutes away. Okay, that's fine. Boom. You're just pulling money out of thin air, guys. It's so easy to do this business when you have the right mindset and your attitude is that you're going to make money. If you're just waiting for things to fall in your lap, you're going to be waiting a long time, right? There's three types of people. You guys heard that? There's people who watch others make things happen. There's people who wait for things to make things happen. And then there's people who just plain make it happen. Which one of those three do you guys want to be? You want to be the person who watches other people? You want to watch Josh Rico do 20,000 this month, me do 30,000 this month, Aaron Goldstein do 40,000 this month? You enjoy watching that? Or do you want to wait for someone to customer like, well, I've got 10 phones I'd like to sell you, because you're going to be sitting around waiting a long time for those customers? Or do you want to go make it happen? You want to just print money, because that's what you can do with these abilities if you're going to have the right attitude. All right? I see a lot of people ready to make it happen. Okay, good. Let's do it, guys. Let's make it happen. Let's not wait for things to happen. Let's certainly not watch others make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right? And I understand that for a lot of you guys, this is out of your comfort zone. You're not used to these type of communication skills. You're not used to these sales ability, right? But it all starts with the decision to do it, right? Because let's say 5 years from now, where do you want to be? Do you want to be at that job you're at that you hate right now? You want to be struggling at only $3,000 a month in sales, $2,000 a month in sales or less? Or do you want to be kicking ass by next year and doing $10,000, $20,000 a month? Because it takes a little bit of guts. It takes a little bit of courage to do this stuff, right? But it's your decision right now, tomorrow, the way you handle that phone call, the way you place your next ad. Everything is that one decision to start making it happen. So that's your choice. And remember, you can choose to not make it happen. It's okay. But just remember, you chose that. You chose to not do it. All right? So that's on you. I given you all the tools. And again, I'm being a little hard. Some of you guys are like, you know what, screw you, Dave. but I want to get under your skin a little bit and get you fired up. All right, because I'd like to get a little bit more people doing 10,000 a month. Okay, guys, any other questions that you guys have? Jamar says that hit home. Remember, you chose not to do it. Someone said that to me a long time ago and became a millionaire 3 years later. They said, what if you did everything you should have done and you hadn't done? And I remember I almost cried after that. And I was like, I'm never going to do that again. From now on, I'm doing everything that I should always do. And 3 years later, I did $1 million in a year. So I think that's it, guys. Christian said, wait, what? Can you repeat that? I said, someone said to me 3 years ago, if you knew all the things you should have done, but you didn't do, where would you be today? And I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I was upset because I knew I chose myself to be in that position. And after that, I chose to never be in that position again. And I said, I'm going to just do everything that I know I should be doing that I'm not doing. And then 3 years later, I hit 7 figures in a year. It was Ty Lopez who said that to me, by the way. Someone says, sounds like Ty. That was actually Ty that said that to me when I was at his mansion in Beverly Hills. So, and to have a multimillionaire say that to me, it hurt pretty hard. It stung me. And that's when, I made that decision. Okay. Anyways, that's it, guys. I wish you the best of luck. Remember, guys, all this negotiation stuff is great. But remember, we need to get a lot of ads up. Let's get the ads so you get the calls. And let's make it happen. When you get on that call, guys, I want you to think, I'm not buying one phone here. I'm going to build a customer for life. This is $2,000 a year, every phone call I get. That's how I look at my customers. I look at them as cash cows. And I'm going to milk them for $100 bills. All right? Every customer that walks down there, oh, here's another cash cow. I'm going to treat that cow pretty well. Okay? I'm going to get on there. I'm going to build a relationship with them because that person's not selling me one phone. They're not walking out of my store with one phone. I'm buying their laptop. I'm buying their camera. I'm buying their mother's laptop, her iPod, their sister's broken phone. And then next month, I'm going to buy their father's, then their grandfathers, and all their friends in their school. That's how I look at every customer that walks in my door. All right, guys, that's it. You guys have a great day. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next week. Keep doing a great job.